And welcome back to Left on Red with me, Julie Haynes, and
Me, Brenda Dinnen. We're laughing already.
I'm so nervous. I'm nervous again. What's wrong with us?
It's like we haven't done it in ages. Hold on, we need to introduce someone else as well. Someone's cackling there in the background.
Oh, no.
Who's that? Who's that?
The boss man, Owen is here.
Oh, hello everyone. Do you know, lads, this is actually something that I'm not used to, so I am really, really nervous if you can't tell already.
Not.
You're big grand. You're in great care. Two professionals. Isn't that right, Julie?
Oh yeah, 2 pros now at this stage. Says Julie at home at my microphone.
Julie, you look like you're going doing karaoke or something.
I know. All I need now is a couple of glasses of wine and I'm off.
I am impressed though. I am impressed with the effort. Fair play. You're taking it very serious.
I know. And do you know what else I'm taking very serious? Actually, is my diet all week. I'm very good.
Go on. I seen there you were doing the Jamando like myself. Go on.
I was doing the Jamando. I was doing a couple of workouts now. So I get up every morning now at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get up every morning at 6 o'clock, come down, put on my app, and I do a bit of a workout. And it's so fucking good, isn't it?
Who are you telling? I can't go anywhere without leaving the gaff without some workout. Like I have to for the head. It's all for the head. I didn't cop on for ages that people were going to the gym for the head. I didn't realize
100%
years ago.
Yeah, do you know what? Now that was my New Year's resolution. Do you know, being a stay-at-home mom and being on my own, I feel like I'm stuck in the house all the time. Like I don't have somebody here to watch the kids in the morning to get out for a walk, or if I want to go to the gym. And I don't have nobody in the evenings either. I'm stuck in. So I was like, Julie, do you know what? You have no excuses. You have the Jumanjo app on your phone. So whilst they sleep, I get up in the morning. I rather work out in the morning because it just sets me up for the day.
100%,
do my workout, and it's so handy. I love it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I love Vogue and dance classes, and then I like the all Pilates as well. Just to kind of, I'm mad with the Pilates to tone. Do you know the way we're all kind of into different parts of our bodies? Do you know, different areas and all that? So I love it. Oh, and you love the all gym as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's really good for the mental health. I try to go twice a day, but I actually have a pain on my arm, so I couldn't go all week, but I've definitely been going out getting the 10K steps in. It's all about the mental health. It really
You're kind of one of those gym ones though, like you'd be all, you'd be a proper gym one now. You'd be a proper gym lad. Like as in the muscles flexing now.
I'd say you're a poser in the gym, Owen.
Yeah,
I have to show people I've been to the gym, but then some days I don't though.
I do too, sure. Who am I to talk?
Straight up on Instagram. Look at me, look where I am.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable being one of those ones in the gym, these kind of gym bunnies, but the thing with the gym is nobody even cares. Nobody's even looking. Do you know the way like, God, the state of me now and all the fat rolling around and all this kind of, nobody even looks at you. Nobody even cares. Nobody cares.
Do you know what I struggle with the gym when I am in a gym is the equipment. I don't know how to use the equipment. So I just always stick to like the treadmill, or a bike, because you can't really go wrong on the treadmill,
I did that for so long as well, until I started PT. So now I'm trained in every machine, but straight in on the treadmill.
On the treadmill, that's all I fucking do is the treadmill or like a bike. And I hate the bike, so I've been on that for about 20 seconds. Then I get off and then I walk in the treadmill. And you see, if I break out in a sweat, I will stop in the gym. That's why I need to go to classes. I need somebody there standing over me, do you know?
Yeah. And how you get on with the eating? Have you broke out or anything?
No, I'm very good actually. Like that now, I get up, do my bit of a workout for maybe 20 minutes, a half an hour, and then I'd go and I'd have a good breakfast, a good healthy breakfast, and it really does set me up for the day. Yeah. And you know what? I actually feel I'm in better form, and I just have more patience with the kids and stuff. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah, it's
all along. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and do you know what else I found? So being a mom, like we say now, I'd make them a lovely dinner, and I'd chuff my dinner, then I'd have our lunch. They're leftovers. I wasn't sitting down having a proper meal for myself, do you know?
Yeah.
So I'm making the time now to cook myself a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks then in between. And it really is, I could feel it in myself. I just feel more, just feel more alive, I suppose, just more energy.
More energy. See, the thing is, it gives you more energy. I was only, we had a guest guy on Vanessa Feltz's show there last week, and he was doing something about the keto diet. Oh, and I'd say you've probably done that. But it was like eating 800 calories a day. Like, I don't know, have you done them? But lads, I used to be doing all those sorts, like all sorts of diets, like the Beyonce one with maple syrup only for a week and everything. And you really want to drop dead, and keto diets, 1,000 calories a day diet. I remember I even said this, Julie, like me and my friend, we were so desperate to lose weight. We went on for Colonic Irrigation. I don't know if you know what that is, Owen.
No, I never heard of
Right,
it. What
okay,
is it?
basically you're going to someone and they're like putting something up your bum to clear you out.
Okay.
Right? Like
Okay.
it's to clear you out. Down in Cove, down in a place
Oh.
in Cove. She told me about it, and Sherry had this event on, and I was wearing this nice white dress, and I a bit like, do you know what I mean? When your belly's just, it could be hormones or anything.
Bloating, like, yeah.
So bloated. And then I heard about this colonic irrigation. I was like, Jesus, that must work. Your one, and he was like 40 minutes at me anyway, and no difference at all. Nothing.
And did she put something up you like?
She puts a thing like a hose up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She blew me out of it.
I'm telling you, people do this. And then I only thought as well. And Julie, you've gone there as well. I won't name the place. But did you not ever do the whole thing with the cling film over you?
No.
You put. I'm not joking. You
I heard of this one. Yeah.
You get the cling film all over you, right? And you're like literally naked with a load of cling film over you. And you're like there for like an hour and you like sweat or whatever. And then they're like, oh yeah, lose like, 3 or 4 inches. Now you do feel a bit better when you come out, but like the next day you're back to normal.
Oh, but you know what? I can't. Jesus Christ, I want about 14 rolls for me.
But this
film. They're out the fucking island tons.
Yeah, the stuff you do, like Special K diets and I've done every sort of a thing. Like I've done cabbage soup diet, Scarsdale diet, everything. But now I eat
just
what I
do
want.
your own thing. Like,
yeah,
do you remember the Viber plates? Is that what you call them? And
yeah, I know a girl. She was on to me last week, and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to use my Vibro plate there now to tone up." But like that don't tone up, and the Slender tone. Remember the belt around your waist?
Yeah, I remember that. Are they still going? Those Viber plates?
They're still around. The Viber plates, we had one of them. I'm not joking. My mother wanted to get rid of it. She left it outside my house, the house in Ballydesson, and she wrote a note on it. Please take me or something, right? Trying to get rid of it. Yeah. Swear to God, within a few hours, someone was after taking it from the street. Off Ballydesmond. Yeah, gone.
Is that the one now you stand on and you literally shake? It vibrates and you shake.
You shake and all your bits be shaking.
I remember
off it.
I bought like a course of that. Like I used to go to my local beauticians and I bought like, we said 10 sessions and then I went back for more. I was obsessed.
Yeah.
But I wondered, did it fucking work?
No, I doubt it. It used to give me an awful itch. For some reason, I used to get very itchy legs. But like my friends, we had one. My friends from like half an hour drive and everything used to come to the house to use it because we were the only ones who had it. So it was like a big deal as in, they've got the Vibro plate. Let's try the Vibro plate. The Slender tone, I used to have the Slender tone going to sleep and everything. Never got abs. Still don't have the abs. Want my money back. Still don't have it. But do you know what? Like, I don't count the calories now anymore or anything like that. You just want to enjoy yourself. You're not like, I
kind of wing it. Like, like my food is healthy enough. Like, I'm not counting. I don't write it down because I was doing that last year and it actually turned me off it because I was putting way too much effort into it. And by the time I had everything written down, I was like, nah, I can't cope. So now I just kind of wing it. And it seems to be working anyways,
Yeah, actually, were you, I thought of you early there. I was catching up on Love Island and, Christ, I was looking at all their figures and everything. Do you know what I can't understand, right?
Yeah.
Walking in with those fucking high heels in those swimsuits, like the confidence going in.
Do you know what I'd have to wear? I'd have to wear a fucking... Well, what's those all-in-one things called that the fucking surfers be wearing?
A wetsuit.
A wetsuit.
Surfers walking into Love Island. I'd be like fucking funky walking in the doors. I'm here. I wouldn't wear a bikini the fucking month.
No, could you imagine? I would. There was your one Coco. Remember Coco last year? Coco Lodge. I was reading an article in the Mail Online. Basically, she was dying to wear an actual swimsuit, not a bikini, but they made her wear a bikini.
Oh, did they actually make her?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I thought it was bad form last night in Love Island, the first episode. So the girl would walk out and then I think there was 5 lads standing there and then your one, the new presenter or whatever, would say to her, stand forward if you fancy her, if you think she's good looking. That's very, I thought that's bad form.
That kind of thing now, I know well if they wouldn't stand out for me, I'd be the one that no one would stand for, and I'd be like, all right, like as in, No,
I'd run away, then I'd run home, all the way home. I'd be gone.
That part would kill me, that kind of mortification. And as well, did you see when your one, oh God, what was her name? Olivia stole the kite fella, but then she to walk past Danielle, do you know the one with the big bum?
Yeah. Is she the one with the red lipstick?
Yeah, well, no, she stole her one, but then Danielle, the one with the big bum, she's a beautiful looking girl. She stole the guy then, but then they'd walk past each other. I was like, oh my God, imagine this. But you'd want some balls to go on it, like you'd want some cojones to go on that.
And come here, I'm sure I read somewhere as well that they asked all the contestants to delete their Instagram, delete all their socials over trolling and stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, they're not deleting it though. They just can't have someone else look after their account. Or some family member looks after it. It's now they all have the same bio. It's something like, off to the Love Island villa, but there's no stories and there's no posts.
Oh, there's no post like vote now or whatever, like in the photo. I get you, yeah. Come here, talk about trolls. I had one there earlier and he says to me, so I got my eyebrows done earlier. They're actually very harsh looking. Yeah. So whilst I was chatting on my stories, I actually wore my sunglasses because my eyebrows are actually quite dark and quite, because I just got them done. You know, you're first there, they're really, really dark and whatever, and they were quite sore. So I left my glasses on. And this user 127895, whatever, came along and was like, your glasses, nice glasses, Fred, or nice glasses there, Ted. So I wrote back and I was like, his name was user 7896543, whatever, right? I goes, were you named after the amount of times your mother wished she swallowed?
Oh, no.
They're like, do you know, mocking my glasses, how dare you? Sore eyebrows, lad. Don't come at me now today.
No, Julie, you'd be worse half the times. you gives them the height of it.
You do like, Julie. To be fair, you've some courage to do that. I see. This is the thing. If I had any trolls or anything, I couldn't draw them on me. Well, not draw them on me. You're not, but fighting back to them. I'd feel like they'd be back onto me again with something better. But you're well able for it.
I know this fella now, a girl, whatever she was, blocked me. I was like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, see, then they block you then after. Just shows what actual wimps they are.
I know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, why would you say that? Like, I'm just sitting here having the normal chats, my sunglasses on, and you're mocking me, like, do you know? Like, fuck off now, so I'm not going to sit here and take that off you, do you know? So I was like, his name was like 789654, and I was like, I bet that's how many times your mom wished she swallowed you fucking asshole. Frick.
I don't know, she's going around with the sunglasses and nearly snowing outside. Is it snowy outside?
It was -4 there this morning. I was like a fucking scene from Ice Road Truckers getting my kids to school this morning. But yeah, it's colder out. It's good -4, like.
Remember the second last podcast you were on about getting with your fella and wearing the big massive knickers?
Yeah.
I got a message from this girl. She follows. You know her. I'll tell you who it is, but I won't identify her. What she said was, she said, brilliant podcast. I used to keep a spare tongue in my bag, and if I was getting lucky, nipped the ladies, right? Big knickers in the bin and on with the tongue, right? This one was very inventive. And Julie, with your man, she didn't look as if you wouldn't check the package first, she said.
She's calling me out.
But that's a good idea.
Brenda.
What?
You look. Would you examine like?
No, you couldn't like. You can't. Oh, come here. I said this about the penis extension in the last one, right? I meant penis enlargement, all right? And I'm sorry. Remember I said, there's surely somewhere in the world that they do that. Well, there actually is. And I said Abu Dhabi or Dubai. And all of a sudden, I put in penis extension, right? And it came up penis enlargement, okay? And it came up the clinic that my sister works in Abu Dhabi. So they actually do it. I'm telling you.
How much is it?
And means about everything. So it's a penis enlargement surgery. It's surgery to make your penis appear bigger. Surgery is just one way that people may try to do this. You can make it longer, wider, and also liposuction to make your stomach smaller, so your penis looks larger.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's ways and means about everything. It's like a girl getting a boob job and everything. You know, we can improve ourselves in so many ways. I'm actually getting Profilo next week. Have you ever gotten that?
I did. Fucking obsessed.
It's good, yeah. I'm going to Sisu here in I'm not going to sound posh now, but I'm not, in Mayfair.
Ooh, yeah. You can wear your Prada shoes, good in there.
I'd say I'm just going to Sisu, to get it because I have a few things on next week and I want to find it. Is it nice? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, is that the injection now? They inject your skin.
Yeah, I think I'm not 100% sure, but listen, come here. It's kind of like, or listen, if it's good, do it to me. You know, I'm one of them. I could be going anywhere.
Oh, same me. That's what I got done, isn't it?
Yeah, Profilo goes kind of like underneath your eyes, kind of around the same. I think.
I think that's what I got done, isn't it? And I got the Lumi eyes as well the same day.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have got him the same day, but Lumi is kind of similar to it. I think. Don't want to come for me again.
I have to look that up. I don't know.
You had the thing with the eyes, did you, Julie? That you looked sleepy, no? Was that you?
When I go to sleep?
Oh, no, that's not you at all.
What did you say when I go to sleep?
Had you something with your eyelids where you look sleepy, no?
Oh, so I wanted my eyelids removed. Like, not removed, but like, some of it.
Oh, like it was, you sent me a video where it like burns your eyelids.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to get that done. I was actually going to get them removed, like, permanently, like, like plastic surgery. But when I went up for my consultation, your man just said, just stop getting fucking Botox.
No, he said to stop getting it. Botox.
Yeah, he said, when we get Botox, you don't get Botox, do you, Brenda?
I got it once. I got it done with Ciso here not so long ago, once ever.
Where? On your forehead?
Forehead, yeah.
Yeah, so the way they might inject you to there, just over your eyebrows.
Yeah.
So that will kind of raise your eyebrows, but it actually makes your eyelids quite droopy.
Oh,
so he said just stop getting it done around there if you're not happy with your eyelids.
Oh,
and just like concentrate on your the side of your eyes or your top part.
I got my eyebrows waxed and tinted yesterday, and the girl was after it, and she was like, "And what are we going to do about your forehead?" And I was like, "Sorry." And she's like, "What are we going to do about your forehead?" And I was like, "What's wrong with it?" And she was like, pure Irish, like, "What's wrong with it?" And she was like, "Oh, honey, you need to sort that forehead." And I was like, "Well, you fucking stupid." But I was like, "All right, yeah." And then I was like, "Of course she wants me to buy now off her here." You know what I mean? And I just I said, I can't be affording to keep up doing Botox all the time.
Yeah.
But but then she was like, "Oh, I can do you an offer and all this." And then I was like, I'll get hooked on that. I'd get hooked in. If I'm like, offer, I'm like, all right, okay. But the way she said it, then what are we going to do about that forehead? I don't think that's a nice way to do business with someone.
No.
Like, imagine you wouldn't say something like that to someone's weight or something like that. I think dentists are the worst for that carry on. Dentists, I tell you, I think they're the worst. What about this tooth? And this tooth can go as well. You know what I mean? You're kind of like,
I know, yeah.
What next? Like, tone it down. But come here, I hope you don't mind. I'm using your Paramount Plus account that I'm watching Yellowstone.
Oh, did that work in the end? Because when you asked,
well, it's working here.
When you asked me,
if you get mixed up on what episode you're on, because the way that happens, I can see what you're on. So
yeah.
Totally episode, but I was thinking about did you I still think Kevin Costner kind of has it. Do you not think?
Oh, I think he's handsome in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Absolutely handsome. Now I'm only I watched 5 episodes and I kind of gave up.
Did you? Why just kind of
I felt like I just rather be in it's very unusual, isn't it? I don't know much about cowboys
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but I think it's one of these ones you'd have to have the phone aside. I don't know, do you put the phone aside?
100% agree on that. Yeah, you have to give it 100%, don't you?
I put the phone away, but there's a few parts there now. He jumped into the river in one of them, and it was it brought me back to the bodyguard. The bodyguard, remember, he was running in the bushes to Whitney and all that. I was brought back in the way he mounted the horse another time, and I was like, 67 in my age bracket.
67?
67. I go up to the 70,
I love the fella that be with him. Not his son now. He's kind of going on with Beth there. Yeah, what's his name? Bill or something
rough fella. Is it the fella that's with the daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't know what his name is. I can't think of his name now.
Yeah.
He's nice. Very good looking. But I was obsessed then with cowboys. Yeah. I'd nearly tell the lads over here, hang up your Snickers pants. I want a cowboy hat, the cowboy boots.
Yeah, actually, I went for a run yesterday down near, just not far from here, and there's a big, massive building site, and it was workmen galore. And I thought, if you had herself now would be in her element with the Snickers pants.
Sure, we know with the Snickers pants.
Any messaging any lad or anything at the moment? No.
Oh, fuck, I wish I tell you. So, my Hoover, my Hoover's fecking broken, right? There's something wrong with the plug. It just won't plug into the socket. So I Googled anywhere where you could get Hoovers and all these electrical things fixed. And there's this place in Douglas. So I rang them. They're like, yeah, bring away down the Hoover and I'll have a look at it. So as I was walking in, anyways, your man behind the counter was skitting laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm here to Hoover the place. I don't know what he was laughing at, like. He was like, you don't know me, do you? I was like, no, I said, should I? He goes, we matched on Tinder. I nearly fucking fell out the door again. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Stop.
Handsome? No.
I swear to God, I don't know. Can I go back and collect Henry? I'd say Henry is a phone.
Oh, that Julie, I'm still in shock. I'm in shock over that.
But I'd say match at this stage with everyone in Cork that's single.
But what was your response when he said that? Did you carry on a conversation?
Because he was like, you don't know who I am, do you? And I was looking at him like he had two heads. He goes, I'm Tara's friend. First he said, and I was like, I just thought that I might have seen him at a child's birthday party, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, no, it's not ringing bells. He was like, but I know you more because we matched on Tinder. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, and now Tara is a mutual friend. But I nearly
wanted the ground to swallow me up. I
would too.
Swallow me.
I not go back for Henry. Henry has a new house.
Henry's going to have a new home. Bye, Henry.
Henry's been adopted.
You'll have to buy a Dyson. I had, see, but this is the thing there with me. Do you know what? Actually, I was thinking about it. Someone's like, are you interested in meeting anyone? I was like, oh, not really. But do you know what it is for me? I cannot deal with the whole, do you know now, and Owen, you can come into this too, you'd understand. Yeah. You know, when you match with them, right?
Yeah.
And then you're chatting, and then it's the lead up to meeting them and the meeting them. Like, I just want to have a moment with someone, go, I fancy them straight away, let's go on a date, rather than this wondering leading up to the date, will I fancy them or not? Because you know the second they come in the door, you know the nanosecond you see their head, are you into them or not?
Yeah, yeah. I always match with people, but I don't know, it's just something, even if I thought they were really good looking, I never text them first. Would you text them? Like, I was like, would you text straight away?
No, but on Bumble you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, because your chats go away or something in 24 hours.
Well, on Bumble, it's girls have to message the lads first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like nearly married to a fella there last week in the Talk TV building. I was on floor 10. I was on floor 10 and I came out. You have to press this button. There's so many floors. And you press the button and it tells you what elevator to go to because there's like 8 elevators. But I wasn't focused. I was just on the phone and all of a sudden this voice came out of nowhere. He goes, are you going to floor 17? An English accent. And I was kind of like, oh my Lord God. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to floor 17. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he was like, oh yeah, I am too. And I was like, oh Christ. And I was like going, please, someone else get into the lift. Please don't leave me 7 floors up with this fella. Because you know, they're really good looking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can't be flirting. Do you know these ones, these really confident hair flicking ones? No.
Oh, I'm actually the worst flirter in the world.
Yeah,
like I actually.
Yeah, so then I got into the lift with him and I was like, oh, fuck's sake, where do I look here? So he was like, where are you from? And usually at the start when I came over here first, I was like a little leprechaun kind of going, oh, you're from Ireland. And they'd be like, well, we know you're from Ireland, you know what I mean? They were kind of like, we know you're Irish. So I was like, oh, I'm from Cork. It's usually Cork, I'm from Cork. But it was like, I'm from Cork. I tried to posh it up a bit, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah. I goes, I have a bit of a kind of, he goes, nice accent. And I said, yeah, it's a bit strong. He goes, no, I love your accent. And I was like, oh my God. So then anyway, I was married to him come floor 15, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Then the door opened and then the elevator door opened and then he opened the door going into the office in floor 17 for me. He just said, it was so nice meeting you. And I was like, yeah. And then do you know what the worst of it was? Oh God. He opened the door for me that I had to walk in front of him. Do you know the way now?
Yeah.
And do you know the way lots of other girls might have done a hair flicker, walked sexy, or like I was totally not like
a honky.
I'd say I was thinking, he's probably there going, she's just got the worst arse I've seen in my life. Or look at the queer walk over this one. But then I sat down during a meeting. I didn't hear anything in the meeting because I was like, who is this man? Do you know the way now? FBI. We are the FBI as women. Like Owen, You've no idea what Julie went on RIP trying to find a fella, like, you know what I mean?
I could only imagine with the two
but straight away, like I said it on my stories, and a few of my colleagues were like going, is it this fella? Is it that fella? And I'm like, no, it's not. I said, dig. But there was no wedding ring either. So I don't know, but I'm not back in that building for a while. But that was me married off anyway. You know, I was totally, you know, when I meet someone like that, I'm totally like, oh, yeah. But it's the bumble thing, waiting, the leading up to meet them. You're going to have to go back for Henry, Jewel. You're going to have to over the house. You're going to have to go back.
No, actually, right? All right, Owen, myself and Brenda have this mutual friend. Okay. I won't say her name, no, we call her Mary.
Who's that? Go on.
And Mary was coming back from her holidays.
Go on.
Next to this fella on the airplane, and the plane.
Oh yes.
Is this the fucking funniest story? So the plane couldn't land because there was strong winds or whatever.
Yeah.
So the two of them started talking. Our friend Mary and the fella she was sitting next to.
Okay.
So two of them they couldn't even talk now because the English was so bad. Like, they had very broken English. So they were using the phones to translate. So anyways, he says to her in the end, can I have your Instagram handle? So she gave him the Instagram handle, and they've been chatting ever since, all over Google Translate now, whatever. So he asked her out on a date, and then meet up last night. So they went to Costa Coffee, sat next to each other, couldn't speak to one another because like that, your man no fucking English.
Yeah.
Sit on the phone throughout the whole fucking date.
Got off.
Yeah. She said, I go, did you get them all? And she was like, nah. She was like, at that stage, after the coffee and the chat, because I was exhausted. So all I wanted to go.
I couldn't do that at all. I'm sorry.
I couldn't. I said, no. Mary, I couldn't.
Like, is she going to go on a second date?
No, she said not. She said, I'm just, and he is handsome, like, you know? Like, but nah. But she sent us a picture. We have a group chat, and she sent us the picture. Was the last night they were on the date? And you could see that the two of them were next to each other. And was it you, Brenda, wrote back? Are you actually sitting next to him? Why didn't you sit opposite him? And she was like, I feel like because we have to fucking text one another.
Oh, no. That is absolutely mental.
She was so excited to meet him, wasn't she?
So excited, like, and I was really hoping, like, I was rooting for her now, but like, that's tiring, like, isn't it?
That's the thing as well, isn't it? Oh, you're always good when you're messaging someone, might have met them, whatever, you messaging someone, you think you're like, oh my God, in love, lust, whatever, and then you meet them, you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? It's a bit of a letdown there.
There was one year I was working in 96 FM, this is, oh my God, it's 8-9 years ago. And this woman came to the studio or whatever, but like we had to call the ambulance for her, right? Long story. But it was like, I never forget the day. It was such a beautiful day. It was one of the hottest days of the year. And it was such a nice day. But called the ambulance, and these two ambulance men came. And I swear to God, it was like, oh, you know, it was like an out-of-body experience. One of the paramedics that came, right? Yeah. I was hypnotized by him. Like, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Got home. Now, this was the time you wouldn't have much social media or whatever. But PJ Coogan, PJ had a contact in the ambulance service. PJ found who he was, got his number. I chased him down. Like, I've no shame like that. But he had a bit of a thing for me as well, you know? And I remember going to my friend's wedding that night. It was actually Deirdre Shopnessy's wedding. You know, Deirdre, who used to work in 96 FM.
Yeah.
And like, I remember going on about him, that I was going to marry him and everything. And oh my God. And then I met him a few days later, no interest in him. I don't know, it was a sunstroke or what? That's what happened to me.
Sunstroke.
I get so into them, right? I'm like, I was telling everyone at Deirdre's wedding, my wedding, no, next in this fella, and I won't say his name. Is that we're actually friends since? And then I met him. I don't know, is it an ick thing or what is it? But like, I just couldn't. I just was like, what the hell is going on here? Not lovely lad, but I got just so hyped up.
Like, wasn't your, I know.
I get so hyped up. Did you see your man on Love? There's no hope for me, right? Did you see your man on Love Island? Is it Harris going on? He can't be with women over 5'5".
What the fuck was that about?
No way. But I am size 7. I have this big foot. Like, what's going on there? What are you, Julie? You're probably like a 4.
No, I'm a 6.
You're 6, yeah.
Are you a 7? My mom is a 7. But
that's a 7. But you know,
sizes, aren't they?
They say, right, that women with big feet, it's easier to give birth.
I never fucking heard that before.
Would you believe I'm a size 12?
Stop it!
Yeah.
No way, Eoghan.
I'm a size 12.
Go on, show us your foot there. Show us. Go on, show us. Show us.
Oh,
all right. It don't look that big there.
You want to say about big feet, Eoghan?
I know, yeah, I was going to say it.
It's facts.
I don't know, is that true though? That carry on. I don't know, is that true?
It is true.
Is it?
Yeah, no, definitely true, yeah.
You know, from a man's perspective.
Oh, yeah, it is true. Always, yeah. You could get, I don't know if I should say it, but you can always tell someone's size when you look at them. Is that stupid to say?
Like shoe size?
No. The male, we need more male listeners, so we'll get go on, tell us more.
No, like if you're looking at someone, like you can never, I can't say it again.
Well, how would you definitely know? Have you been proved wrong ever?
No, definitely not.
But how would you know by looking at their shoes?
No, just looking, I can tell a person's size by looking at them.
Is it the shoulders? Is it what? The kind
I think it's mainly the height. I think it's the height.
Yeah.
It would be the height, yeah. Because, well, do you know what? That's a bit of a controversial conversation, but I don't know. I can tell. A few of my friends, I would say the same. Like, if you look at someone, you're like, you can tell if they're big or not.
Big or small.
Would height be a thing for you meeting a man?
Do you know what? Before, I would say it was a problem, but now it's, do you know what? Whoever you fall in love with, you fall in love with.
Yeah.
No matter what size they are. So before, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have said yeah, but now it's more I'm more open-minded.
Yeah. That guy
kind of taller or smaller than you?
Probably smaller. I'd be more dominant, like, so I'd kind of take control of them. Do you get me?
Yeah. Taller. What would you do? Would you rather a fella taller than you?
The lad in the lift that I met, he was probably only a small bit taller than me, and I was like, he's not my usual type, but you can't be going around like that anyway, you know. But I do prefer taller, but like, you know, 5 foot, like I'm 5'6", I'm not a giant or anything like that, you know. So listen, at this stage, I take anything, you know.
I know.
At least you have some hope. You're like that fella in the Hoover shop. What shop was it? Was that Iron Supplies?
You want to start heading back, Julie?
Yeah.
Just fucking head away. No, I'll actually start a new there tomorrow. Perfect.
I'll go down for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You'll have to keep posted on that. So, do you know what I was actually, I don't know, was it watching Love Island or whatever? But I don't know about the amount of people they slept with or whatever, or what was it? But like, I actually thought during the week, and like, I'm not on about sleeping with people now or anything, right? My mother probably listens to this, so I won't be saying anything like that. But I actually did say to myself, how many people I wonder that I've shifted? Like, we're going back to like 12, 13 disco days.
Oh, those teenage discos. Do you remember X?
Huh?
The Kiss FM discos.
Well, no, like I'm saying, how many people do you think I've used the word snogged as well, because of a few English listeners or British listeners. How many, I was thinking about it off the top of my head, like how many do you think you've shifted, snogged?
Oh, hundreds, like literally.
Oh, and what about you?
Hundreds. Oh my God. Like...
I remember years ago being in the Highland in the market, like, and I swear to God, shifting around 10.
Well, remember that friend would ask him, will you meet my friend?
Yeah.
Did you
so embarrassing. And then
you're like in the countryside, meet our shift.
Shift, with a proper shift. Yeah.
What would you say? Will you shift my friend?
Yeah.
Did your friend take the shift? Oh my God.
So embarrassing, right? Do you know what I used to do? I used to be like, oh my God, my friend over there, will you shift her? Right? And then he'd say no. And I'd be like, oh, that's good because I actually like you. I used to say that. There was no friend. Like, I didn't even know who the girl was. That was my shadow line.
Like,
huh?
You just kissed him then?
I shift him then, yeah. This is calling disco now, girl. Down. You'd have a crowd from Mill Street and all this, but it was funny then. You'd go to the Highland and you'd hear now, like, there might be a crowd from Cork coming down on a bus. And it was like, Jesus, there's people from the city here. And was a big night. You might hear people from Cork City, like, and Knocknaheeny and this, and like, Jesus Christ, it was a big night. Like, your mother and father then would be kind of like, watch yourself tonight. There's a crowd from the city. Do you know, because we were pure country.
Yeah, and then the likes of us, the riff-raff, were coming down to the Highland.
Do you know, yeah, and then we used to go to a place called Cullen GA Disco. There was all sorts going on there. There was dry humping and everything going on there inside the disco, you know, up on top of each other, 12, 13 years of age, like scandalous carry on. But then there was another place, Fremont. It's like North Cork. But I wasn't allowed to go to Fremont because allegedly there were stabbings there. Like, none of this ever made the news. So I'm wondering, how do we know there's actually stabbings? So Fremont as well. Where were your discos?
Harlequins.
Was that like
it's the hockey, isn't it? It's a hockey club there in Ballyhack. Here, Cork Airport, anyways.
What were
FX? Is that one in town? FX, do you remember that?
I can't remember them because I was like country, like.
And the City Hall, Cork City Hall.
Oh yeah, that would be a big one. Big one. What about you, Eoghan?
What, the discos?
Yeah.
I used to have Nippershik discos back in my time.
Yeah, it's a good laugh.
No, it was. And then like, it's so cringy thinking back. Like, people used to actually, like, do you ever see, well, back in my time, these people used to have their hands like on each other, and like they used to still be scared to kiss. Just standing there staring at each other.
Face to face, like.
Yeah.
I was scared. Back then I was very confident. Now I'm a frigid. Like, in these like kiddie discos, I wasn't, but now I am.
But do you know the way your first kind of shift, you wouldn't know what to do? Do you know the way you'd be what way do you put the head and like all this kind of stuff?
Or do you keep your eyes open or do you keep your eyes closed?
It's all all them.
And then you want to open your eyes to see what he's doing, like.
Yeah.
And then he's peeking as well, so then you're getting awkward.
That's so fucking awkward. Oh, that's fucking game over, like.
And you don't know where the hands are going and all that kind of stuff. My first shift was after Titanic, 1997. Outside Joni Buckley's chipper in up an alley with Erin Canturk with a lad I was in national school with, and we didn't know what we were doing, like.
Yeah,
we're all Dennis, he knows who it is, but it was a laugh. Can you remember your first shift, no?
Yeah, at the end of my estate.
Who was it?
I don't know who it was. 11 or 12, what?
Who was it with?
I'm not saying. His girlfriend, or he could be fucking listening.
What about you, Eoghan?
Lads, I know it's mad to say I don't remember my first kiss. Oh, I do. It was a girl that lived down the road from me, and I actually fell in love with her, believe it or not. I was heartbroken when she got with a guy. Heartbroken. I couldn't get over it. I was telling my mum and all, what am I going to do?
How old were you?
11, 12.
Oh,
yeah.
Heartbroken. To this day now, I still have a bit of feelings. Do you know your first love?
Yes, the first one. There was a girl, she got on to me during the week, whatever, that she has a disability. She's partially sighted, so she uses a cane. And she asked me on Instagram to put it up. Should she tell the guy, before they actually met? But it's very mixed. Like, if it was me personally, because I'd be mortified if I actually met him in person then. And he was like, oh, listen, I'm actually not into you because of so-and-so. So I probably would tell him, but then it was very mixed. But like, what would you, if it was one of you, what would he do?
Would she need to go to the jail, do you think? Does she need to be taken all the time?
Well, she's partially sighted, so she does have a disability. So she would need it a lot of the time. Now, she's a beautiful girl and everything. She's a beautiful person, but it's just that bit of a disability. It's like the guy in Love Island. He's actually blind in one eye. You can kind of see his disability a bit as well.
Same thing as well.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that about Sean. I didn't even realise that about Sean.
Yeah, Sean has 2 different colour eyes as well, like your man in Love Island.
Yeah. Oh.
Blue and green. What I said, like he's gonna find out anyways. Like
I know, but you see, it's kind of like, does the guy judge you based on, do you want to get to know you first, and then I don't know, what would you do, Eoghan?
Sorry, I missed that.
If you had a disability, I'm just wondering, would you be straight about it on Hinge straight away, or would you meet them first and then tell them?
Oh, that's actually a good question. I would definitely have it on Hinge because I wouldn't want to be disappointed if I met them and then they wouldn't text me afterwards if I told them. So I would, because whoever you're texting on Hinge already knows, so they have interest and you don't care about it.
Yeah, sometimes I would I'd actually be told by fellas just about to meet them and they'd be like, oh, come here, by the way, actually I'm so and so and so, and you're like, all right, okay, that's grand,
Yeah. What would you do?
I think for me personally, I'd have to tell them first because I'd be mortified then if like they saw me and whatever and they were like, oh God, I don't like you, because I'd rather know first. And that's just the way I'd be, because I'd get very embarrassed easily like that.
Yeah, I would as well.
But definitely maybe say it. So
I am going to break the seal soon and go on a date with someone. I will do it.
Two of you. There's a challenge now before the next podcast next week that you will try. If you don't go on one, you will both try to organise one. Deal?
Okay, deal.
Good.
It's
excited for next week.
It's just, do you know what it is? It's just the feckin' lead up to it and the texting in between. Can I use someone that I was texting before but haven't gone on a date with?
Yeah, you can.
Right.
You can.
That police lad, I might text
forward
him.
to it already. I know they are.
It's just for the podcast. If it's research, we'll have to do it, Julie. So
it's just research. We'll just say in our heads it's research.
Yeah. Well, you've got it kind of done with the Hoover fella, with Henry.
Him and fucking Henry. Oh my God.
What is it? Iona Appliances, or where is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Yeah.
Oh my
nice family-run business. Right, that's a deal. So
that's a deal.
And if not this week, the next one, because I just have a bit of, it's not an excuse, it's just I have a bit of an awkward week with the all nights coming up, right?
We will all try.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, that is it for next week. We have a very exciting week ahead trying to get our dates. If you could please rate and subscribe the pod, we would so appreciate it. And we've actually some very exciting news, Julie.
Yeah, so we have a new sponsor. Voodoo's are now on board. They're sponsoring this podcast. So we're very excited about this because both myself and Brenda use Voodoo's all the time. I'm using it years now. And Brenda, you love it as well, don't you?
Love their straightener. I actually think their straightener is much better than many other products. Yeah, I think you actually recommended me their straightener there a couple of years ago when I was trying to look for one. So very happy with it.
Absolute game changer. And they're kindly after giving us a discount code, which is left on 15 for 15% off all their products.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I must actually get some of the stuff that you what you did the collab with them during the Christmas.
Yeah,
I was trying to get it, but it was all sold out.
I know, I can't believe it. But sure, that's for another day.
I know, yeah. So what's the discount code again for anyone listening?
Left on 15.
Okay. All right. So right, guys, thanks so much for listening. And Eoghan, thanks for contributing. We'll have you again next week. Will we have him again next week, Julie?
I suppose we will.
Yes, we will.
Thanks for having me. And thanks for
listening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.